The Whispering Bamboo. In a small village in Indonesia, surrounded by rice fields and dense bamboo forests, there was an old legend about the bamboo berbisik, the whispering bamboo. People believed that when the wind passed through the bamboo trees at night, it carried the voices of lost souls. Maya, a young woman from the city, didn't believe in such things. She had just moved to the village to take care of her sick grandmother. The village was peaceful during the day, but at night, it felt different. The sound of the wind rustling through the bamboo sent chills down her spine. One evening, as Maya was washing dishes, she heard whispers coming from the bamboo grove behind the house. It was soft at first, like a gentle breeze carrying distant voices. She ignored it, thinking it was just the wind. But then, she heard her name. Maya. Maya. She froze. The voice was barely above a whisper, but it was clear. It wasn't the wind, it was something else. She turned off the water and listened carefully. The whispers stopped. Maya took a deep breath and shook her head. Maybe I'm just tired, she told herself. That night, she couldn't sleep. The whispers returned, growing louder. They weren't calling her name anymore. Instead, they were murmuring something she couldn't understand. It was as if many voices were speaking at once, overlapping and blending with the rustling leaves. The next morning, she told her grandmother about it. The old woman's face turned pale. You must never answer them, her grandmother warned. No matter what they say, do not speak back. Maya frowned. Why? Her grandmother sighed and looked away. Because once you respond, they will never stop talking to you. Maya felt a chill run down her spine. That night, curiosity got the best of her. She stayed up late, sitting by the window, waiting for the whispers to return. Around midnight, the wind picked up, and the bamboo leaves rustled. Then, the voices began again. Maya. Maya. Help us. Her heart pounded. This time, the whispers sounded desperate. She knew she wasn't supposed to respond, but the fear mixed with curiosity was overwhelming. Who are you? She whispered. The moment the words left her lips, the wind stopped. The night became unnaturally silent. Even the crickets and frogs that usually sang at night were quiet. Then, the whispers returned. But now they were inside her room. We are here, we see you. Maya gasped and turned around. But no one was there. Her shadow, cast by the dim light of the lantern, seemed to stretch unnaturally long against the wall. Suddenly, she felt something cold brush against her shoulder. She screamed and ran to her grandmother's room. Her grandmother was already awake, chanting prayers. She grabbed Maya's hand and pulled her close. You spoke to them, didn't you? The old woman asked, her voice trembling. Maya nodded, too scared to lie. Her grandmother sighed. Now they will follow you. The next few nights were unbearable. The whispers never stopped. During the day, she could hear faint murmurs in the wind. At night, they were louder, closer. She felt unseen eyes watching her from the darkness. One night, she woke up to find her bedroom door open. The whispers were in her ears, surrounding her. Come with us. Her body froze. A shadowy figure stood in the doorway. It had no face, only darkness where its eyes should be. Its long fingers reached toward her. Maya screamed and shut her eyes, chanting every prayer she could remember. Then, everything went silent. When she opened her eyes, the figure was gone. The next morning, Her grandmother took her to the village shaman. The old man listened carefully to her story before nodding gravely. They have marked you, he said. But there is still a way to break the connection. That night, with the shaman's help, Maya performed a ritual to ask for forgiveness. She placed offerings in the bamboo grove and apologized for speaking to the spirits. The shaman burned incense and chanted prayers. For the first time in days, the whispers stopped. The air felt lighter, and the village returned to normal. But Maya never forgot the warning. Even years later, whenever she heard the wind rustling through bamboo, she remembered the voices calling her name. And she never answered them again.